Hey everybody, back for another review for Shotgun King, The Final Checkmate. I saw a little bit about this game before release and it had me intrigued, so I picked it up at release and man was I pleasantly surprised. I'm already a fan of chess normally, so the idea of playing chess with shotgun and roguelike elements pulled me in pretty quickly. It is for sure in the addictive category for me. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome to the channel. I don't do review scores. What I do normally is that I give a description, gameplay, positives, negatives, and some final thoughts. Let's get into it. Developed and published by Pancake, Shotgun King is a unique turn-based strategy roguelike. Like I said earlier, it is chess, but you replace your entire army with a royal shotgun. A unique strategy roguelike based on the timeless checkerboard classic. You are the Black King, but all of your army has gone over to the white side, leaving you with nothing but your royal shotgun and your wounded pride. It's time to teach those white pieces to fear the Shotgun King. This game was actually the winner of the Ludum Dare Game Jam number 50, and here's a note from the devs on that. Shotgun King, The Last Checkmate, was originally our collective entry into the Ludum Dare number 50. The Jam version was entirely made in under 72 hours for the occasion, and it won. Out of 1,900 plus entries in the Jam category, it got first place overall, as well as first place for fun and second place for innovation. The fact that this game was made so quickly blows my mind. Now, the version that we have currently and the one that I played on the Switch has been updated from the Jam version to include the story with multiple difficulties, reworked interfaces, accessibility settings, and rebalancing, but still such an amazing idea that they had in just under 72 hours to have such an addictive game involving chess and a shotgun. So let's talk about that story mode called Throne Room. It consists of 12 floors of progressing difficulty that is capped off by a giant white king at the end. You can modify your runs after each of them are complete and add more shotguns. There's also an endless mode and a chase mode after you get through the throne room. The modes vary, but the overall gameplay loop is consistent throughout. Each turn as the Black King, you have the option to shoot or move. After a certain amount of turns, the white pieces will begin to shake, and after the next turn, they will move in their respective positions. Unlike normal chess, like this was normal chess to begin with anyway, multiple pieces will move. The damage of your shotgun will vary based on how close you are to each piece. You will also refill your ammo by moving and can reload, but bear in mind, reloading will use a turn. You can't shoot if you are in check and your king will start to sweat, so you gotta be careful about that. If you do an action that will put you in checkmate, you will lose a shield as indicated by an icon next to your ammo. If all of them are gone, you will be destroyed and have to start over. Of course, the objective is to shoot the White King, so you don't have to take out all the other pieces on the board, though it does help especially because when you take out the backline pieces like a knight or bishop, you get a one-time use soul card that allows you to move as them. This is very helpful for closing the distance quickly or escaping. Now, the real fun are the roguelike elements that start to come into play once you complete a floor. You are greeted with a couple of upgrades to choose from, and you will notice that you will also be choosing your upgrades for the white pieces. I think that's what makes this unique among roguelikes, is that there is more thinking involved with selecting upgrades. Rather than sticking with a build for yourself, you may need to choose a different path as it can make your opponent substantially stronger. There are a ton of upgrades like increased range, damage, ammo capacity, charge shots that empty all of your ammo, and extra life, grenades using rats as shrapnel for extra damage, increasing damage based on position, etc, etc. The list goes on. Now, the white pieces upgrades are also very unique, like adding a piece after a certain amount of turns, exchanging certain pieces for others, like removing pawns for rooks, but rooks also have less health, giving pawns spears and shields so that they attack in front instead of diagonally, and adding more pieces to the board at the start of the next round. One constant about the upgrades is that after a certain amount of floors, the white side will add a queen, but there are ways to mitigate how powerful she is because she's obviously one of the strongest pieces in chess. But it's also worth mentioning that promotion does happen, so do not sleep on the pawns. The pawns are still dangerous, so watch out for that. There's so much strategy involved, and that is what I love about this game. A nice segue into the positives. You see what I did there? Like I said at the beginning of this review, I like playing chess normally as it is fun and it keeps my brain active. This game takes that idea and adds guns and tons of upgrades. You for sure have to be on your toes when choosing the right upgrades and making the right move. It makes for a satisfying ending when you have strategized correctly and you make it to the end. And even if it doesn't work out, you can jump right back in. I also love the bit of cheeky dialogue at the beginning of your next run. You are clearly not the hero of the story. You are just a mad king out for revenge against those who sided with your enemy. There are some good options that include adding more shields, changing how the text looks, and adding in a built-in speedrun counter. I'm sure there are many that have jumped on that already. I'm sure there are tons of speedruns available out there right now as we speak. Now, I really don't have anything negative to say, but I think my only word of caution is for those who haven't played chess at all. There are in-game options that do show you how each piece moves, so you could learn and get better at it, just how you would normally as you're playing chess. But if chess isn't really your thing, you may be kind of out of the loop, but I would argue that this premise alone would be enough to get you into playing chess, even if the game just in and of itself is not really your thing. But who knows? But overall, Shotgun King, The Final Checkmate is a well-polished game with a very unique twist on roguelike chess. You should definitely give this game a shot, pun intended. It's available pretty much everywhere for the low price of $12.49. Did you play Shotgun King? What did you think? Or will you be playing it after this review? Let me know in the comments, as I'm always up for a discussion about any of the videos that I make. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more indie game reviews, LPs, general commentary, and dev interviews on this channel. I appreciate you so much. My name is Chike, and I will see you next time. Bye.